with the round of applause. Let's welcome the first igniter. Over to Pratish.
Namaste everyone. Namaste everyone. Where's the Josh guys? Namaste. So, welcome to Idea Talks second edition, the revival of the voice of change. So, myself, wait, before introducing myself, let me introduce my topic first. You'll be like, I am a kind of weird, like, why am I introducing my topic first instead of myself? But I'm like that. So, my topic is space, science, and swag. I know you'll be understanding the first words, space and science. It is something related to our like general things. But what is swag? What is the relation of swag in the topic of space and science? First thing, let me ask a general question. Does anybody know anything about swag? Anybody can answer. Swag.
Any interest regarding space and science?
You are almost correct. But swag, if we talk in the actual means, is something style. So, myself, Pratish Markar from Tennessee, and welcome to Idea Talks. And today we are going to, like, in this session, we are going to discuss about the three most important topic and a very like curious topic called space, science, and swag. Let's get started. So today's session should be with high Josh maker. Whatever question I ask, it should be like with high Josh. So let's begin this session with high Josh maker. Let's see your Josh out of 100. I will stay last. So this, like in this session, we will be learning about what is space, what is science, and what is swag. Obviously, these three are the most important topics. So this session is divided into three segments. The first segment is swag. It will be like completely about what is swag. Second will be India's space achievement in space. Third will be science around us. Now, first thing is what is swag according to you? General answers. Anybody can answer. If they don't answer, then I'll start picking up random. Last 10 seconds. Nikhil. What is swag according to you? Yeah, obvious. These are obvious answers actually. So swag is style, obviously. So the first thing when I said the word swag, what came to your mind? Sunglasses, sneakers and all. So this is swag according to you and us. So if we go swag according to science, before I start this, let me check your imagination power. Please, I request everybody to close their eyes. Imagine a scientist of ISRO, sitting in a small room, means not so small, or in a small room, with a pen and a paper, and a dream of what? Launching another Mangalyaan mission with a very low budget. Did everybody imagine it? So if we talk about the swag's actual definition, so basically when you hear the word swag, the first thing comes to your mind is wearing a cool sunglasses, sneakers, a slow motion walk in Instagram reel, etc. And some other movie overs like that called Chapri and all that I'm not able to talk. So let me talk to you what is real swag. Real swag is saying we will reach moon in just 615 crores. You will be like, this person has literally become max. 615 crores is just for him. But if we talk about other countries, they spend 10 times more than it. Now again, in our audience who are the great calculators like mathematicians, they can just calculate what is 10 times of 615 crores. And tell me the answer at the end of the session. So again, real swag is saying that APJ Abdul Kalam. Everybody will be knowing, I think so. Who is APJ Abdul Kalam? What is the another name we use for APJ Abdul Kalam? Yeah, Abdul Kalam is also called as Missile Man of India, and he started his life by selling newspapers. Everybody will be knowing that. He started his life by selling newspapers. But now, it is not now, like past years he ended
Change the
saying that APJ Abdul Kalam, who is a renowned, became the India's means like most scientist who is launching satellites and mission. So next time, if anybody says that science is boring or science is not interesting thing or science is somewhat different topic we don't want to learn, tell them that science is a new swag. Okay? Now let's move on to the some of the few fun facts. Now if I now start continuously, if I give the lecture on the space, you will be like I have become the 12th physics lecturer who is giving the topic. So let us now take some few fun facts. Space is mystery, space is magic. You will be asking what is space is mystery. There are so many things which we have not discussed till now in about space, and still science is finding the answers. So, and most importantly, space is opportunity. This is space, and this is opportunity for everybody to come here and speak. So let me blow your mind with few fun facts. The first thing is our galaxy, our Milky Way galaxy, has 100 billion stars, 100 billion stars, and there are totally 2 trillion galaxies in this entire universe. Great mathematicians among the audience, I request them to please calculate how many stars are there in the universe. Again, I repeat the number: 100 billion stars and 2 trillion galaxies. So, next coming up on the second fun fact, that is a teaspoon of neutron star. Before it, let me explain you what is neutron star. A neutron star is type of a blue star which just like it has so much radioactive elements that can just destroy our entire solar system. So, a teaspoon of neutron star. Everybody will be knowing teaspoon. Teaspoon, everybody knows. So, a teaspoon of neutron star, it has a weight nearly to the Mount Everest. Just imagine, where is Mount Everest? And a teaspoon of neutron star. That is the power of space. Next thing, black holes bend time. Now you will be saying that this person has really got mad. And how can we bend the thing which we can't hold or we can't feel it? Here the actual meaning is slowing the time. Black holes actually slow the time. So anytime, no, I from God's grace, I pray to God that nobody falls in the black hole. But if anytime anybody falls in the black hole, for them the time actually slows down. From interior they feel as if everything is going slow, but from exterior everything is going normal. So black holes actually means like they bend the time, means they slow the time. So technically imagine anytime if you be like late to class, and if your teacher scolds you by asking that why are you late to class, you can just say that I fell into the black hole, so only I was like absent, means late to the class. It is separate thing that if the teacher throws chappal and shoes, then I am not responsible. So, and here's one more fun fact. That is, astronauts actually grow 2 inches taller in space. Because, any guess?
No gravity is put on.
There is no gravity in the space. So, like scientists, like astronauts who go to the space, they grow 2 inches taller. So, this is also a new type of snack. So, let's go to the most curious and debateous topic: India's space story so far. Can anybody guess that how did India transport its first rocket? The first PSLV rocket of India was transported through bicycle. So when India started its space program during 1960s, it transported the rocket, that is the PSLV rocket, in the bicycle. And everybody was thinking that India can't succeed in the space thing, like it is traveling in bicycle, what can it do? But now India is the first country in the entire world which landed on the moon's south pole at very low budget. This is not just a progress actually. This is a history which is created by our India. So let us talk about some few milestones, that is some few achievements about India. First thing, Aryabhatta. Everybody knows who is Aryabhatta? But here we are talking about satellite, not mathematician. Aryabhatta was launched in 1975, and it was India's first satellite, which succeeded in the first attempt only succeeded to reach in the space. Second was Chandrayaan-1, which was launched in 2008, and it discovered the most important thing. Can anybody guess important thing discovered on moon? Which is the one? Yes. It discovered water on the moon, which was a very important discovery for India. Third thing is Mangalyaan, 2013. What is Mangalyaan, by the way? Yeah, it was a space probe sent to the Mars for investigating the soil type and the water. So Mangalyaan reached the Mars at very first attempt itself. But the curious thing about it is, it just reached at 450 crores. You will be like, again, this person is just talking money like just. 450 crores is very less in front of a part 2 average. Hello. So the Pushpa's cost was 1,900 crores. Kantara 125 crores. If we take example, how many of them have seen Avengers? Can anybody just guess what will be the average cost of Avengers?
2000.
Thousands. But our India reached Mars just for 450 crores. It's not just an achievement actually. Next thing, Chandrayaan 3. Everybody knows it. It was launched in 2023. So its main achievement is, what was the main achievement of Chandrayaan 3 in moon? Anyone?
You are talking much, you say. But sitting here, you are talking much now.
Yeah. Cybernet?
Zoom out.
What was Chandrayaan 3's main achievement for India?
Don't laugh. You ask Purna Tejai sir. He is having answer. Sir, he has answer.
It was a correct answer. Soft landing on Moon's South Pole. Anyway, yes, with all the attempts of our India's space mission like the Aryabhatta, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, Chandrayaan 3, what does all it mean in general? Anybody can answer this?
Girls, no answer.
I think that the earlier missions were like launching satellites, but this was for
My question is, all these attempts of India for reaching the space and respective planets, what does it indicate about India's space history?
For India, it's like as per others, many even NASA also failed by landing in South. So it's
Yes. So when actually she was correct. When other countries if you take NASA and China's space station, so when they say that no, it's impossible that we can't do it, India will be like, hold my chai coming in 2 minutes, and it did all these things. So let's go for next segment. Not next segment actually. These are some of the pictures. So can anybody guess what is this first one? Chandrayaan which mission? This is? Yes. This one? Aryabhatta, I guess first satellite. This one? Mangalyaan. That was the space probe which was sent to Mangalyaan. So, next topic is, why India must dream bigger? According to the census of 2020, the global space economy will cross $1 trillion by 2040. So the average global economy will just cross by $1 trillion. It is a small thing for other countries actually. Like now our great X. Elon Musk. So Elon Musk suggested these some activities: space tourism, asteroid mining, Mars colonies, space-based internet. These are some of the activities which he suggested, and he said that he will make all that to do it. But here's the question: in everybody's mind, the same question is coming for Elon Musk. Who will lead it? He said that he will introduce these things and all, but who will lead the thing? First thing, America is planning for Mars missions. America is planning to on Mars missions like landing on some areas, discovering aliens and all. China wants to build a space station bigger than ISS. It did not cross its population what to talk about ISS, but still it is planning to make a space station bigger than ISS. Can anyone say the full form of ISS? ISS, also known as International Space Station, is a station in the space where the astronauts which go for the Earth just stay there for some requirement and also for refueling also. So China wants to make that still more bigger. The UAE, full form of UAE. So UAE, United Arab Emirates, is planning to build a Mars city. India has talent. We have brains. Now, who doesn't have brain here? Everyone has. So India has talent. India has brain. But we have dream? Means like we dream, but we don't try to make that dream reality. So India is lacking that thing. Some of your generic questions, which come. Firstly, why can't India lead a space? Means why can't India lead a space technology which can reach to a higher level? Why can't the first colony on Mars speak Hindi or any other language? Obviously, this will come to your mind. Why does only English or Spanish or Russian means like that language would be spoken on Mars? Why not Hindi or any of our regional languages like Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Gujarati, Punjabi, etc. Why can't it speak on the Mars? Like it's indicated that why can't India launch the first city in the Mars? Why can't the next SpaceX? Who is the owner of SpaceX? Elon Musk. Why can't the next SpaceX be born in Bengaluru or Hyderabad? Why Bengaluru and Hyderabad is mentioned here?
High-tech cities.
Proper answer.
IT capital.
Who said IT capital? Yeah, you are absolutely correct. So these capitals are IT capitals. So Bangalore and Hyderabad has more technology and IT. So why can't like the next SpaceX be start from the Bangalore or Hyderabad? This also says that why can't India lead more in space? To do that. First thing we need is more investment in science. We know that our India's economy is gradually increasing now, but to invest in science we don't have that much work together, and for that we need employment and all. Our SST teacher will explain about it. So more innovation in technology. So technology, now don't go to your Insta technology, not about that. We are talking about technology, just that's it. So technology innovation means we can develop still more better things. Why can't we develop our own AI? We can, but still we are lagging behind our investment. And most importantly, a mindset that refuses to stay grounded. That is the most biggest problem among all the youths and even student elders. That imagine that I am planning to become an astronaut and go on the space. First thing will come, no, I can't do. Then our parents will, no, you don't go, you can't survive there. Friend, no man, you can't do this. If you do that, then means like your cousins and all, they are achieving still more better things. Why you are going to space and risk your life? These are the mindsets which makes us to be grounded. Don't go means it make us somewhat inhibition type. But we must come out of that inhibition, and we should make a mindset that makes us to achieve goal. And inhibition again, I think everybody has gone to that SVS camp, and everybody will be knowing about that. Next said, you have to dream before your dreams come true. What does it mean? Yes. Now, what does this what does this quote actually mean according to you? Anybody can stand and say it.
Achieving something we have
Wala. Last 1 minute is there.
What is the meaning of the quote written on that screen?
5 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ ಅದೇ ಆಫ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Okay. So, most of them answer correctly. So, this quote means that we all dream it. Like, what is your dream? Means what is your goal? Your goal? So everybody has different dreams and goals. But do you ever think that how does that dream come to our mind? Did you ever imagine about it? Why does that dream come to our mind? That thing itself Kalam says that we have to dream about that dreams before the dream come true. You will be like, now why I am talking very much complex actually. If you are able to means understand it, it's well and good, or else you can just leave it. Just remember this quote: you have to dream before the dream comes true. Next, my question to you all. Chandrayaan 3 was the most successful mission for our India. It made our India like a top rank in space and even in many more departments by discovering so many different chemicals and minerals in it. So my question to you all is, what is going to be your Chandrayaan movement? That is, what is going to be your successful movement? Anybody can raise and answer it? What is going to be your most successful achievement moment in your life? If nobody answers, then I'll start picking randomly. Vedant. There's no need to laugh. So, what will be your most successful and achievement moment? Most successful and achievement moment.
Stand up, man.
In your life, what will be your most successful moment?
Tell fast, man.
So, this means our friend Vedant said that he wants to become engineer, and becoming engineer for him is the what will be his Chandrayaan moment? Anybody answer first?
When I finally achieved the freedom of doing whatever I want and nobody's questioning. For example, parents did.
Okay, this is the Chandrayaan moment of her. So, my Chandrayaan moment will be coming out of all the grounded thoughts like I can't do it, I can't achieve it, and I can't success in my life. That is coming out of it and becoming the one of the most recognized person in the world will be my Chandrayaan moment. So, now cool space facts. There are some cool space facts which are taught for you as life lessons, like lessons they are taught, like gravity. Gravity is something that a force acts on an object and the object falls down, Newton, and etc. etc. But there are some science facts actually which lessons, but they are actually life lessons. First thing, light takes 8 minutes from sun to earth. Everybody knows about it. Light takes 8 minutes to reach from sun to earth. Everybody thinks it is a lesson, like 10th light lesson it has 8 minutes to travel. But the life lesson which we learn is great things take time, be patient. Okay, and to happen something great, we have to be patient. Next, black holes recycle matter into energy. That you will be studying in later future classes. That black holes recycle the matter and energy which is present in the space. So do you think it is a lesson? But we think that even mistakes can become a power for us. Third thing, stars die. Now notice stars are living or not living. Here the stars death means the completion of fuel of stars. So stars die actually, but while dying, they create new elements. And from the new elements, new planets generate. And from the new planets, basically if I say, we are all from the dead star planets. So literally we are born to shine actually. This is the life lesson which we learned. So next time, if someone says that you are ordinary or you are useless, or if any teacher scold us, say you are useless, you are ordinary or anything, just say that I am made up of explored stars. Any of them. Then if chappals and shoes second fall, then I am not responsible. Next. Audience engagement. Now I request all the audience again to please close their eyes for 10 seconds. Not more than 10 seconds. Imagine. What I am saying, just imagine. Close their eyes and imagine. You are in a spacecraft. And you are looking at the Earth spinning silently and slowly in the blackness of the space. All the noise, the stress, the problems, the irritation which you feel on the Earth is just looking small from that level. They look so small from here that you can't even imagine it. Now all open your eyes. The feeling, the calmness, the perspective. What did you feel starting like? What did you feel when I said the stress problem thing by imagining this activity? Answer you can answer in fast. What did everybody feel when after this conducting this small activity by closing the eyes? So we should imagine that our problems are so small, our stress is so small. We must just keep it in mind, and for a small time we should keep it, we should remove it. If we take the stress so much, then harm our mind and even our goals itself. So that's what science gives you, the ability to rise above gravity. The science which we say that it is a boring branch of the education which consists of 3 subjects: biology, chemistry, physics, etc. So that science gives us the ability to rise. Once we involve our mind totally in science, then we will be like all our stress, our problems, our irritation, everything just goes out of our mind. Next, conclusion. I will just read it out for you all. My friends, space has no limits. Everybody knows that. We don't know if where is space has a beginning or ending. Neither does India, neither do you. Yes, but so is hope. Hope is also real because hope is fake. And so is courage. And so is you. You are also real. Don't say you are all artificial. Okay. When someone says, stay grounded, you can't do this, you can't do that, then smile and say, sorry, I am planning to orbit. It means that sorry, I am planning to do higher relations of the school. Follow the rules. Means the life's all the irritating and boring rules, don't follow them. Just follow what you wish. Now, if after going home, don't argue with your parents by saying that I want to do this, that, etc. Then I will get studies. And the future is for those who create them. Future is not for those who think about the future. Who creates the future, for them the future is set. And my friends, that is the real definition of swag. The whole session which I was saying that what is swag, that's the real definition of swag. What? The swag is for those who create the future by themselves. And so the dream, everybody should dream big, dream bold, and dream true. And we should make sure that from today, not from today, you are still not cross 18, what you do the job. So from when you join the job, you should think one thing in the mind, the next leap of humanity in any section, doctor, doctor, engineer, pottery, scientist, artisans, painting, fashion designer, etc. Whatever job it is, the next leap begins from India. Then we can make our thing proud. And that is the beginning of the humanity in India. So let us end this with Kalam sir's famous quote. If you want to burn like a shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. Which means that if you want to shine high, then you have to tolerate all the difficulties of the life. So at last, thank you everyone, Jai Hind, and thank you for having this much cooperation to listening to my what's the time?
4 o'clock.
23 minutes blabbering and boring speech. So I hope everybody will be getting motivated about it. I know your all motivation will be just for 2 to 3 minutes and it will go out. But still,